It's Monday. St. Louis Organics presents Montez at midday. I'm your host, Dre Montez. I got a guest host today, my man, Alistair Fennell, my man. 100 grand. Thanks for tuning in. Let me kill the music. Boom. Already everybody get it in. My God, do it. Boom, boom, boom. My man, what's going on with you, my man?
What's going on with you? Happy Labor Day.
Oh, man, it is one of those days. It is what I like to call a working man's day.
Yes, indeed.
I never understood Labor Day when I was a kid. When I was a kid,
Yeah.
school started tomorrow.
Yep.
We went to school tomorrow, back in the day. And this labor thing, being a grown person, I always worked on Labor Day. I've never had Labor Day off, even when I was in the Navy. I always worked.
When when I was growing up during Labor Day, um, I would go to the swimming pool one last day. It would be the last day to go to the swimming pool before they close for the season. Or I would go with my parents to go to the Lake of the Ozarks.
Oh, the Ozarks. Oh, man. Good
Oh
times.
yeah, good times
Good
back in the
times
day.
right there. Man, those are good times. That's some old
Very
school remedies right there, man, on this magnificent Monday, as I like to call it. But for most of you, know how we got to start the show off. High fives, chest bump. Let's hug it out. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. I got a good buddy of mine, TJ. It's his 13th wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary to you and Mrs. Jill. My buddy TJ Menon, 13 years right there, baby. 13 years. Whatever you're celebrating today with you. But I got to put a footnote out there today. I lost my cell phone.
mm,
I think someone picked up my cell phone by mistake. And if you
mm.
are that person, please, I need my cell phone. I, this is worse than not going home on time. This is
Mhm.
worse than not remembering where you park your car at. Losing your cell phone in 2022 is dangerous.
Indeed, I've had
I
that
feel
happen
bad.
before.
Everything is in my phone. Everything. I couldn't even sleep last night. I couldn't.
Yeah, I
I
need my
couldn't.
cell phone because um, just a home phone, you don't need it anymore. You just got to carry your cell phone with you.
I know, man. And one of my credit cards I pay all my bills with is only in my phone. I don't have the actual
Oh,
card. That's just a virtual
mm,
card. So I need my cell phone.
yes, indeed, indeed. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to find that my phone. Every time I type it in, it's just giving me ads. It's not telling me how to
Mm,
find my phone. So
yeah.
if anybody out there knows how to find an iPhone, please send that information to me.
Mm,
But we're about just got over this college football weekend. We got the NFL about to come up, and you
hmm
being a writer in the Spring Jeff City area, right? Jeff City,
Um, right now I'm living in Branson, Missouri.
Branson. Look at that, good folk.
Yeah, Branson, Missouri.
I love Branson.
Me too. I love Branson. I lived in Springfield for 22 years. I enjoy the city and everything else. Well, they're having their little issues right
Uh oh,
now. But that's
little
why I
hiccup
moved
down
down
there.
here. It's a lot of fun here in Branson. A lot of entertainment, a lot of amusement parks here they have here. You can go hang out. Got some fine restaurants too. They really
Yes,
do.
good food up there, good eats, good people. I love Branson. I haven't been
hmm
up there in a while, but I plan to make my return this before the year's out. I'm going to Branson. I got to get away.
Yeah,
I need to get
Go to the Branson Flats because they have tons of restaurants and tons of places you can go.
away. Okay, I would definitely check that out for sure. Again, if you find my cell phone, let a brother know. Let me know. But we're about to be on football season, man. And you have written some interesting articles about the state of football in St. Louis,
hmm
about the Rams, about the Cardinals, and about the XFL. What you got to enlighten on me now?
Well, I wrote a couple weeks ago about the Cardinals and the Rams, and talked about St. Louis will always be a football city. Always will be. The market's big enough to support a football team, and you never know. It could he be in it? It could be an NFL team that could one day end up deciding to move here to St. Louis. Dare I say, it could be the Jaguars or the Chargers, because you have a situation with the Chargers ownership when Dean Spanos
Hmm.
is being sued by his sister right
That's
now.
crazy. I
And
don't
so,
understand what it is about kids and siblings in sports franchises. What there's something wrong with these kids.
yeah,
Get involved
yeah,
in sports franchises throughout all the sports. There's something wrong with those kids. I mean, there's a whole
mm,
lot of stories about some of these teams. Like, what? Wait a minute.
yeah,
The kids? The
mhm.
kids.
Yeah. I mean, this is not a good situation with the Spanos family because it's being alleged that Dean Spanos used his money and their personal and the siblings trust to move the team from San Diego to Los Angeles, and it was hoping that it would use the money to help with the value of the team.
Right.
But the team still it's still the same as it is when they were in San Diego. So um, there's been talk going on that he might put the team up for sale sometime in the next couple of years.
Hmm.
My guess would be if he does do that, I think I could see Steve Ballmer, who's the owner of the Los Angeles Clippers, end up buying the team. He's got the money.
He got bank.
He's got a lot of money. He's already getting ready to build a new arena for the Clippers.
They not gonna be
Now,
sharing our building no more. They're gonna get their own place.
say it again.
The Clippers gonna get their own place. They're not gonna play with the
Yes,
Lakers no more.
yes. Reportedly, they're going to
Finally,
get their own
get your
place.
own damn building. You got enough money.
Yeah, they're going to get their own building. He's got the money. He's also good friends with Stan Kroenke, so I could
Oh
see
God.
the Chargers staying in Los Angeles.
Hmm.
The Jaguar situation is very interesting because a few weeks ago, you've heard about the Bears possibly building a new stadium in Arlington Heights,
I
Illinois.
just heard about the Bears over the weekend. I just heard about that. Shout out to my man Anthony for letting me know about that. Yeah.
Yes. So if they decide to build a stadium in Arlington Heights, then Soldier Field is going to be vacated, and they've been pushing this idea about the possibility of the Jaguars moving to Chicago. I'm not sure that's going to make any sense at all
No.
because you had two teams in Chicago, which was the Cardinals, and the reason why they had to move to St. Louis was because they weren't generating any money there. They weren't
Right.
generating any interest there. Chicago, the Bears were the number one team in Chicago. The Bears were the number one team in Chicago during that time, and that's why they moved to St. Louis. At one point back in the '60s, the Cardinals, who were playing at Sportsman Park, sharing the stadium with the Cardinals, they were seriously considering moving to Atlanta until unless they could if they were unless they were able to follow with the Cardinals to move to Busch Stadium.
Right.
And so they they moved to Busch Stadium, started playing there in 1966. Then the '80s come. The Raiders moved to Los Angeles. The Colts moved from Baltimore to Indianapolis.
Hmm.
And at one point, the Philadelphia Eagles were getting ready to move to Arizona, and they were getting ready to move to Arizona because they lost a whole bunch. The owner of that team nearly bankrupt that team, and he was going to sell it to a real estate agent out in
And
Arizona.
The Patriots came close to moving to St. Louis as well.
Yes, the
They came
Patriots
real close
almost
to moving to St. Louis because the former owner had a connection here in St. Louis. So that
right.
almost happened. The
Yeah,
Patriots almost moved to St. Louis.
that almost happened as well too. And at one point, as I told you earlier this year, that Vincent Shamo was trying to make a deal where Bidwell would buy the Patriots and a local ownership was going to buy the Cardinals, which was never going to happen.
Oh hell no.
And that was because Shamo, screwed up the stadium proposal
Yep.
out in St. Louis County and everything. And
Maryland Heights, I do believe it was.
yeah, Maryland Heights. That's,
Yep.
by the way, the stadium where they were going to build it is where the amphitheater is where the stadium was supposed to be at.
Yep.
It was supposed to be right there. It was
Yep.
supposed to seat around 70,000 dome stadium, and obviously St. Louis didn't want St. Louis County have all the fun and everything.
I just don't get how people don't want money. That is the dumbest shit ever to me. How you
It
don't want
is.
money? That is
It
dumb.
is.
You don't want the money? Okay. We're not gonna give it to
Right.
you.
Yeah,
No,
they don't want the money. I mean, I don't get it because it's been a huge conflict between St. Louis and St. Louis County.
I mean, it's two things I really don't talk about is politics and religion.
Mm-hmm.
But politics goes into sports negotiations. Look
Right.
at what the San Francisco 49ers fucked up.
Yeah.
Look at what they did.
Yeah.
For making a mockery of a team, they lost all that money.
Yeah. They lost all that money.
I don't get it. I don't get why people that make so much money are so fucking stupid on the
and same thing could happen.
Intelligence.
And same thing could happen to Oakland as well too. Oakland could very well lose all their sport. They only got the A's right now.
That's it.
And that's
Billy
it.
Tried to tell them.
He
tried to tell them years ago. Nobody wants to listen.
And I don't want to see Oakland lose the A's, because when you think about the A's, you think about Reggie Jackson, Catfish Hunter, Raleigh Fingers,
Ricky Henderson,
Jose Canseco. You think about all those great players that played in Oakland in baseball. But with Vegas, look at their city. They're growing. They're getting ready to surpass.
I talked about this in 1995. I said Vegas is going to be that market for everybody. They got NASCAR. They got WNBA.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's about
coming. They got the Raiders. They're supposedly going to get an NBA team.
They're getting the Angels. They're going to get the Angels. They're going to get the Angels. Watch. The Angels are going to Vegas. Watch.
You think the Los Angeles Angels, right?
They're going to Vegas.
Wow.
Okay, the only way to seal that deal if Ohtani signs a $500 million deal. That's the only way this is going to work. Ohtani must be a part of the equation.
That would be wild if that happened.
TV deal. And a Major League Baseball contract. This could be a $500 million deal for Shohei Ohtani and the Vegas Angels. Baseball is in a little twist right now. You got two of the top players that are not going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I blame Mike Trout for getting married and having a kid.
It's true.
I hate when athletes put their own feelings in the way and get married and have a kid. Stop making decisions without us. We need you to be single and focused. Get married when you're done. Have a kid when you're done. I need all of your testosterone. I need it all.
Exactly.
And now he in love and shit. This motherfucker. I swear. This dude ruined a great story for baseball.
Yeah, he did. He
ruined it. I mean, it's gone.
I mean, but think about this too. But look who's making. But look, with the guy from Soto from who got traded to the Nationals
to the
Padres.
They about to fuck it up. They're not gonna make the playoffs either.
They're not gonna make it the playoffs this year, but maybe next year. They're talking about next year in the next few years.
Well, Tatis Jr. Let me cuss his ass out again. Twice he was riding a motorcycle. Why?
Yeah.
What the hell, man?
I mean, I like him a lot. I dig
the dude. But when you do dumb shit like that, you don't care about your job. You don't care. It's like being out at 2:00 in the morning if you're an athlete. Da 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 da. You're gonna make that in TMZ. Why are you out that late?
Exactly. Right, right.
I
Well,
just
he's
don't get.
young, but I don't get it though.
And then people say, "Well, you got to let them be the athlete. They're young. You made young mistakes before." I know I made mistakes. I've been married 4 damn times, but I ain't never signed a contract and rode a motorcycle twice.
Yeah, twice. Well, anyway, back to St. Louis when it comes to football. They're always going to be a football city, regardless whether it be the XFL or the NFL.
How do you
And
think
this
the
leads to my
XFL is going to
other,
do here?
huh?
How do you think the XFL is going to do here?
I think they're going to do, but I think they're going to do the same thing as they did last time they were here. I think they're going to outdraw the MLS soccer team in St. Louis.
Don't get me started on that shit.
I really do. I think they're going to get. I think they're going to outdraw us because Pete. Listen, football is a way of life here in America. It's a way of life here in America. It generates a lot of money, a lot of revenue in cities, and you just can't get away with it. There's no way you can talk about sports in America without talking about football, whether it be pro football or college football.
Right. I don't know why we don't bring more college matchups to Busch Stadium. I don't know
Yeah.
why we don't have that. Why we can't get like before Scott Frost fucked everything up with Nebraska. Why Nebraska couldn't play West Virginia here in St. Louis? Why?
Yeah.
Why we can't get that game? What's going on, St. Louis Sports Commission? And I don't think this soccer team is going to do good past year one.
No. I think they're going to do well because let's face it. I think Major League Soccer has done a really good job.
I said 1 year. The first year is going to break all, but that year two, nope.
Well, I think they St. Louis they love soccer, and it's going to do well. It's not going to get up there with our baseball team and everything else. They might be able to equal that with the National Hockey League, our Blues.
I say year one.
Let's face it, they're going to be outdrawn by the XFL team.
Yeah, easily. And then please give me an NBA team here. Please give me an NBA team here, St. Louis Sports Commission.
WNBA team. Or WNBA team.
No. We got the St. Louis Surge here. We don't know.
Well, maybe you can promote the Surge, to the WNBA, have them play at the Chavez Center.
We need an NBA team. I don't know why Atlanta Hawks don't play here since they used to be here. Play at least 2 preseason games there, of 5. Why NBA teams don't travel to non-NBA cities for the preseason is a killer to me. They're missing a big opportunity to show people what they're missing. Why they don't do that? We don't give a damn who playing. Just bring us the NBA here. Give us an exhibition here.
Yeah, they need to do that. They need to have some exhibition games, especially in St. Louis, because people will come out and watch the NBA basketball game.
I did this statistic when I did radio. There are more NBA fans in St. Louis when the Blues are in the playoffs.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm going to say that one more time. There are more NBA fans in St. Louis when the Blues are in the playoffs.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm going to say. But we can't get an NBA team here.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
They wanted a fucking soccer team here first. Idiots. I swear to God.
Wow. You're a soccer hater.
I'm not a soccer hater.
I love soccer. I watch soccer.
I played soccer as a kid. I get it. But across the street from Union Station? Hell no. Ain't no way in the fuck of life I would have thought that would have happened. No way in the fuck. No.
I've always thought that. They were going to build a soccer stadium back in the late 70s at that area right there.
I remember all that. Yeah,
I remember all of that.
But these morons put a football team indoors, but put a soccer team outdoors. God damn it, Gump. The worst thing that ever happened to America. Let me win the lottery. I'm gonna show you fucks how to do something. They put a football team indoors? What? Who does that? I wasn't living here when that happened. I was laughing my ass off when the Rams came to St. Louis and they built a dome. What?
Yeah,
It was a dome.
They should have been a little creative and done what the city of Kansas City did, build an Arrowhead Stadium type on the riverfront. That would have been
They're
a
so
perfect
greedy here,
location.
man, with money. They're so selfish with money in St. Louis and real estate. We know the truth here in this town. They're greedy. They're
Yeah.
greedy. In a perfect world, the Cardinals and the Rams would have got together and built a fucking spectacular entertainment arena. But they didn't.
Yes.
Then they let them idiots build Ballpark Village.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Mm-mm-mm.
Ballpark Village lied
Yeah,
so much, man. If they wouldn't have lied, I think it would have been a good thing. But since they lied, if Ballpark Village wouldn't have lied about the initial plans, I think the city of St. Louis would have appreciated Ballpark Village a whole lot more. But since them fucks lied, that's why people throw shade at Ballpark Village. You run a lot of businesses and a lot of relationships because of the lies.
Yes,
That's
they do.
actual
They do.
shit right there.
That is true. That's why people are just deciding to go out in St. Louis County and have their own businesses there. I mean,
I pointed out in St. Louis County a couple of weeks ago.
If there's going to be an NFL team coming to St. Louis, it's got to be in St. Louis County. It can't be in downtown.
Interesting point. Where would we put it in the county? Chesterfield don't want us.
Well,
Maryland Heights, can we try again? But the cops out there, they don't play nice with people that drink.
That's true. That's true. But that's one option. Another option would be in Fenton, Missouri. I mean, I know
it's fentanyl territory. It's rough out there with the drugs.
I mean, it is pretty rough, but that's one option. Another option would be it's cheap. Another option would be if you decided to go ahead and build it in East St. Louis, Illinois.
Ooh.
I mean,
we're talking my language.
I mean,
NASCAR and football should get into bed together and make a deal happen in East St. Louis.
Yeah, that's the only option there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, those two parties can't get together in the bed.
Exactly. That's where they can build a stadium in East St. Louis.
And they need the money. Let's face it.
And they need the money. And tell you what, a lot of money will be generated in that area.
We need more strip clubs, though. We need more strip clubs, and this money could help. We done lost like 8 since COVID, so we need more strip clubs.
We lost a lot of
3 or 4 now.
Yep,
it's pretty bad.
St. Louis University needs a football team too. They need to bring back the football program because I was looking right there. I was stunned when I was doing my research about how much money college football is bringing.
Oh my God, the money in college football is ridiculous.
31.9. I don't want to say
we're in the wrong field.
Yeah,
we're in the wrong field.
$9 billion that is making, and the reason why it's happening is because you got the television revenues from ESPN and Fox, and then next
shout out to the Big Ten for closing that damn TV deal they did.
Yeah, and on Paramount, and then next you got Apple Television. They're reportedly are talking with the Big 12, and if that happens,
that's bank.
That's a lot of money there. And so now, I wrote my article about St. Louis University. If they do decide to bring a football program, they don't have to necessarily they don't have to start off in the Division One.
The A10.
Division One. It used to be called Division One AA, but it's called the football
FBS
division.
Yeah.
You can build a nice little rivalry with SIU, Lindenwood University, which is now in that division, Illinois State, Missouri State University, which their football program is ranked number 5. You can have a nice little regional rivalry with those schools.
It's a doable situation that needs to
It
be looked
is
at. It's very doable. And
very
SLU's
doable.
basketball team and SLU's soccer team has been doing very, 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 very well. If people have been sleeping on SLU,
Yeah, and
they've been
listen,
getting it. The basketball team and the soccer team, the men's and women, been getting it in, getting it in.
yeah, and here's the thing too. Here's another good story right here. University of Texas at San Antonio. Their football program's been around for only 10 years, and
That's
now
what I
they're
say. Yeah.
competitive right now. They
Mhm.
had their best record ever, finished the year 12-2. They haven't won the bowl game yet, but they started off as Division 1, which used to be called Division 1A, but it's now football bowl subdivision. Finished 4-6 their first year, and since then they've had winning records.
Yeah.
So it's doable. And just imagine if St. Louis University started off, with like University of Texas San Antonio, and in the next few years they get to play against Mizzou at the Dome
There
Stadium.
you go. Why
Take
doesn't
on
Mizzou play
University of
Illinois?
Illinois. Have a nice rivalry, generate a lot of money over at the Dome, help with the tourist attractions out there, ticket sales.
Yep.
I mean, you got they gotta think about this, okay? Yes, football is expensive, but you need to generate more
Yes.
money to the
Yes. Let's think
university,
outside of the
to the
box. Let's think outside
city,
of the box.
and to the region. I really believe that they need to bring back the football program back to St. Louis at St. Louis
That's a good
University.
point,
They
Alistair. It
need to
really
do
is. It
that.
really
And
is right
just
there.
think
That's a
about
good
this.
point. That's a good point.
College football during the fall time for St. Louis. Then you got spring football in St. Louis. Bam. There you go. More money for the
That
city
is.
of St. Louis. And you
Speaking of
probably
football,
don't even, and then after that, you probably don't even need to talk about the NFL.
you probably won't.
Yeah.
Speaking of football, did you catch
So
any college
and here's
football over the
another thing
weekend?
too. In St. Louis University, they can do one or two things. They can either become an independent, just like University of Notre Dame, although I think Notre Dame is going to join the
They're going
Big
to
Ten.
Big 12. Big 10. They're going to Big 10.
Yeah, they're going to Big Ten. Or they can join St. Louis University can join the Big 12 or the Mid American Conference and have the conference championship football game being played at the Dome Stadium.
When Notre Dame signed that big deal with NBC Sports, everybody thought that was a big old deal. They didn't do nothing.
Mm-mm.
If you think about it, when Notre Dame signed an exclusive contract with NBC Sports, they have not done a thing.
Mm-mm.
They didn't do anything.
Done.
And
NBC Sports are going to have to find. They're going to have to find somebody, a conference to pick out and put them on their television.
too bad they can't go after the SEC.
Mm-mm.
That's what it actually is, boss.
They should have gone after the ACC.
But right now, the ACC hot.
Yeah, ACC.
They on fire right now. They on fire. They are very. The Pac-12 and the ACC is the one everybody's talking about right now today.
Yeah.
On trying to figure out both of those conferences right now, where it's going.
And Big 12 conference too.
Yeah, Big 12 as well. Yeah.
And speaking of Big 12, I would like to see Nebraska move back there. I really do.
So mad at Scott Frost.
I would like to see Nebraska and Mizzou move back, and because if they move them back, you'll have BYU there. I think Air Force Academy is talking about moving to the Big 12 too.
They should.
So they should. That'd be a nice little old conference right there.
I mean, I'm from St. Louis, born and raised. I am not a Mizzou fan at all. At all. I mean, I watch him play. A lot of my friends like Mizzou, but that Drew Lock shit just really disturbed my life when he was in Denver. I want to do some evil things to that man, but I let it go.
Oh, wow.
I do not like Drew Lock at all. At all.
I can't believe
I was a Nebraska fan from Tom Osborne days, but Scott Frost he should be fired today.
I
would fire him on Labor Day. Yeah.
They're gonna. He's not gonna last long.
He should have stayed at Central Florida.
He should
He
have.
should
He
have
should have
kept his
stayed at
ass right
Central
there.
Florida. He should have stayed at Central Florida and everything. Because let's face it, Nebraska,
The
they're not
program,
good.
the
The
players at
program,
UCF,
yeah, the program at Nebraska playing the Big Ten conference, they're getting smoked. I mean, they blew that lead against
the onside kick.
Northwestern,
Who the
and they
fuck
were
does an onside kick in
and they
our
were
game?
yeah, and they were struggling
I'm like, what
against
the fuck?
University of North Dakota in that game. I thought North Dakota was going to win that game. I
I'm a
said,
Florida
"Oh
Gator
my,
fan, but I love me some Nebraska. I mean, the orange and black, the black shirts, all of that. He is
yeah."
messing up his job.
See. I think I don't think it's good for college football that Nebraska's struggling like this because
It's
back in
bad
the
for
day,
college football that they're not good. That's like, let's say Alabama, Oklahoma, Clemson, and Texas all lose their first 4 games. College
mm,
football would shut the fuck down.
it
People
would,
wouldn't
it
know what to
would
do. They wouldn't know what to do with their lives at all.
exactly. Because
But
when
I'm
you
glad
think
my
about,
Gators won.
yeah, see, when you think about University of Nebraska and their football program, you think about the great players like Johnny Rogers, Mike Rozier, Turner Gill, Tommy Frazier,
Jason Peters.
um, Jason Peters,
Mm,
Lawrence Phillips,
mm, mm. And
the list
Dominican
goes,
Sue.
and Roger Craig. The
Mm.
list goes on and on. And it's just a shame that
Coach
it's
don't
a
know what he's
shame
doing.
where Nebraska is right now. I know Scott Frost played at Nebraska. He's trying to do everything he can to save the program, but he's
It's
not going
not
to
going
last
well.
long.
He must be cheating on his wife or divorced.
Mm.
Or there's got to be something going on. There's no way they can't figure out what's on the board and go out there and put it on the field. I have a hard time believing that. As a guy that played sports for over 30 years of my life, I have a hard
Mhm.
time believing that they can't follow the formula on the board and go out there on the field. There's a problem in
Yeah.
communication somewhere.
Yes, indeed,
But I
indeed.
would have fired his ass today. Real talk.
Yeah,
On Labor Day, you're fired. I would
heck.
have
What
done
he should do right now, he should find. I hope he's finding another football job.
it.
A D
Maybe he
one.
should do television.
I don't know about coach. He's a good coach. He's a good coach. He did a good job
He
at
did a phenomenal
UCF.
job at UCF.
Yeah,
He
he
put
did a
them on
really
the
good
map.
job. He did a really good job there. And I was when I first heard it, he was going to take the job at Nebraska. I said I wished him a good luck
Not
for
gonna
him
be
on
good.
that because
It's hard going back home.
I don't think you can't.
It's
You're
like
not
when
going to be able
famous
to spin
people,
around that program. Not when they're
right?
playing in that conference in the Big 12, not Big 12, but Big 10.
Yeah,
Yeah, Nebraska should move back to the Big 12. They need
they
to move
should.
back to the 12. And in a lot of ways, I wish Mizzou would do the same thing too, because once Oklahoma and Texas move in there, the Mizzou is going to end up fighting against Vanderbilt in college football.
Once
And in
it's my
basketball, they're
first
going to
year.
struggle too. They're going to struggle in basketball.
This is my first time ever watching a Mizzou game all the way through. I watched a
Yeah,
complete
I
Mizzou football game. First time in my entire life.
really,
That defense is fast. The receiving core is exciting. The quarterback, he needs to be talked to. But other than that,
yeah,
I enjoyed watching Mizzou football, but I'm not a Mizzou fan, so calm down. Calm
yeah.
down. I'm not caught up in
Believe it
here.
or not, I fall in. I tell you what, I fall in love with my dad's school, Missouri State University,
Hey, they
because
started to make some noise, man. I've been hearing about that
oh
program
yeah,
now.
yeah, they're really good. Let's face it.
They're doing some things behind the scenes, as far as recruiting and with the coaching and with the whole facility. They're doing some good things now. So that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, Bobby Petrino has really done a really good job at Mizzou, at Missouri
Once he
State
stopped
University.
cheating on his wife and he
Yeah,
started
yeah.
concentrating on
I
football.
mean, I say it's amazing. He's getting all that. He's getting so many chances like that after what he did.
Oh my God. He got
I
into an
mean,
accident with the lady too.
yeah, he got in a car accident. He messed up the at Arkansas,
he,
University
he
of
fucked up
Louisiana,
that.
second time. I mean, and I tell you, give credit is due to Missouri State University, give him another chance because he's doing a
Hey,
really good job. And
hey, just because you're a cheater
so
doesn't mean we're going to count you out.
big cheers for that for Coach Paterino. He's doing a
Yeah,
very
yeah.
good
Way to
job
bounce
with his
back, man, from that laughable episode that you have right there. I mean, things happen, people
It
fall.
does.
People fall all the time. Alice, man, I want to thank you again for being on the show today, man. Thank you again.
Well, thank you too. Thank you. Thank you.
Show, man. I'm gonna share your article today that you wrote about the football, the past two that you sent to me. I'm gonna put that on the page.
Do.
And one more time, if anybody has my cell phone, please
send it in.
Message me. I do not. I believe.
Listen, you need to have a cell phone.
Person doesn't lose their cell phone. I think somebody picked up my phone by mistake.
Yep.
I think that's what happened. I haven't lost anything since I was 12.
Oh wow! I tell you what, I almost did. I accidentally threw my fiance's keys in the trash one time while I was working, and thank goodness I went back and found it. It took me all day to find it.
Oh no!
I mean, I didn't want to come home because I didn't want her to drive it all the way back because that would have been a disaster.
I threw weed away one time. I threw a whole ounce of weed away by accident. I was so high, I thought it was trash, and I. Oh my God. I was like, Dre, what is wrong with you? Oh my God. Well, my man, thanks again, man. Enjoy the rest of your Labor Day. Eat you some barbecue today.
Okay, you too. You have a good day.
Oh, for sure, man. For sure. Let me get this music and get up out of here, and you guys enjoy the rest of your Labor Day. Whoever got that barbecue, fire up that grill, because I'm on my damn way somewhere. Thanks again to Robert and Heather and Jan and my boy Menden for a phenomenal weekend. The hat's coming. Enjoy your day. Let's get some barbecue now. It's time to go eat. Time to go eat some barbecue now. Let's get it. Until the next time. Peace. See you Wednesday.